Today in this video we are going to look into the second sum in the Samachi textbook of 11th standard, passing the journal entries and posting it into the ledger. The sum goes as: pass journal entries for the following transaction and post them to ledger. 2017 August 1st, Dharma started business with cash of 70,000. On 6th, cash received from Ganeshan 10,000. On 10th, rent paid 3,000, and on 28th, received commission from Anand 5,000. So all these entries has to be recorded into the journal first and then posted into the ledger. So the first transaction which we are about to see in the rough work, that is analysis, is Dharma started business with cash rupees 70,000. So the two accounts involved over here is Dharma's capital account and the cash account. So if we take Dharma's capital account, it is a personal account, name of a person, therefore it is a personal account. And if we take cash account, it is an asset, therefore it is a real account. So the rule for personal account is debit the receiver and credit the giver. Here Dharma is giving the capital, therefore we are going to credit Dharma's account. And as per real account and cash account, cash is coming inside the business, therefore debit what comes in. Therefore in the entry it is going to be cash account debtor to Dharma's capital account. So the next entry on the 6th of August is cash received from Ganeshan rupees 10,000. So here the two accounts involved are cash and Ganeshan. So if we take cash account is an asset, therefore it is a real account. And if we take Ganeshan is a personal account, name of a person, therefore personal account. So as per real account, debit what comes in. Here cash is coming inside, we are receiving cash from Ganeshan, therefore debit the cash account. Ganeshan is the giver, therefore credit the giver. The next entry on the 10th is rent paid, that is rent paid in terms of cash. Therefore the two accounts are rent account and cash account. So rent is an expense, it's a nominal account, and cash comes under an asset, therefore it is a real account. So as per nominal account, debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains. Therefore rent is an expense for us, we are going to debit it. As per cash account, it's a real account, so credit what goes out. The cash is being paid to another person in the form of a rent, therefore cash is going out of the business, therefore we are going to credit it. The next entry is receive commission from Anand rupees 5,000. Here we are receiving a commission from Anand. So the two accounts involved over here is the commission which we are receiving, and we are receiving it in the form of a cash. So we will write it as commission received to show the disintegration between just commission paid and commission received, right? So commission received and cash account is the two accounts which we have over here. Commission received again is a nominal account because it is an income for us. We have received it from Anand and it's an income. So credit all incomes and gains, therefore we are going to credit it. Whereas cash account is coming in, it is a real account. So in a real account, we are going to debit whatever comes in, therefore we are going to debit it. So this is the rough work of all the three accounts. Next let's move into the journal entries. So let's start with the journal entry. The format in the books of the person's name and journal entries as a heading, date, particulars, ledger folio, column, debit and credit. So first our entry is Dharma started business with cash. As we have already done the working note, from the working note we can directly take and write it. So August 1st, written the date. Now as per the working note, Dharma's capital was credited and cash was debited. Therefore your entry is going to be cash account debtor to Dharma's capital. Account. So the amount being 70,000 and 70,000. So the narration is being business commenced with cash, or being business started with cash. So now the next entry was on 2017 August 6th. So let's write the date as August 6th and the entry is cash received from Ganeshan. So as for a working note, the entry is going to be cash account debtor to Ganeshan's account, 10,000 on the debit and 10,000 on the credit. The narration being cash received from Ganeshan. Next entry on the 10th of August. So on the date column, let's write August 10th. It is rent paid. So as how we have discussed, the entry is going to be rent account debtor to cash account, 3,000 in the debit column and 3,000 in the credit column. Your narration is going to be being rent paid. Let's look at the last entry on August 20th. That is receive commission from Anand. So we are going to receive a So our entry is cash account debtor to commission received account, 5,000 in the debit and 5,000 in the credit. Your narration is going to be being commission received. So the next step, we are going to take our pencils and we are going to name or list out the accounts. Therefore, let's go to the first transaction, that is started business with cash. So slowly, cash account is number 1. Dharma's Capital number 2. Again there's a cash account, do not repeat it, skip. So next is Ganeshan account number 3. Next is rent account number 4. Again you have cash account, skip. Again you have cash account, skip. Commission received is number 5. Therefore we are going to open 5 accounts in our ledger books and we are going to post these journal entries into the ledger accounts. So the first ledger account is our cash account. So I've written down the format. On the debit side, I have marked it here with date, particulars, journal folio, amount and the credit side is also being marked with the date, particulars, journal folio and amount. So next we are going to go back into the journal entries and see one by one where this cash account appears. So if you see in our first journal entry, we have cash account. Concentrate on the term cash. So cash account debtor to Dharma's Capital account is given there. Cash account debtor. So go to the debit side of the cash account and write the opposite account's name, that is to Dharma's Capital account. So in my cash account, I've come to the debit side of my cash account and I have recorded 2016 August 1st to Dharma's Capital account and the amount is also recorded 70,000 on the debit side. After that, we are going back into our journal entries. The first journal entry is over. Now we are going to the second journal entry and we have cash account debtor in our second journal entry also. And it is in the debit. So go to the debit side of the cash account and write the opposite account's name, that is to Ganeshan's account. So I came to the cash account, debit side, and I have written the opposite account's name, that is Ganeshan's accounts on the 6th, and I've recorded the amount in the outer column, that is 10,000. Now again let's get back into the journal entry. So now we finished our second entry. Now we are going to the third entry on the 10th. We have rent account debtor to cash account. Now here the cash account is in the credit. Therefore go to the credit side of the cash account and write the opposite account's name, that is by rent account. So I've come to the credit side of my cash account and I've recorded the opposite account's name, that is on the 10th, which happened was by rent account, and the outer column records the amount. Back to the journal, the next entry after the rent account also has a cash account in it. So that is cash account debtor to commission received. So now the cash account is in the debit. So go to the debit side of the cash account and write the opposite account's name, that is to commission received. So I've come to the debit side of my cash account and I've recorded on the 20th to commission received account, 5,000 in the outer column. So with this, all the transactions are over. Next we have to get our totals. So therefore take a pencil and total up both the sides. So if I total up my debit side, I get a total of 85,000. And my credit side records only 3,000. So my greatest total is going to be my grand total. My greatest total is my 85,000. So after the last transaction is over, leave 3 lines or 4 lines accordingly and then record your total. So 85,000, which is my greatest total, is recorded as a grand total. Remember to underline it twice at the bottom. On the same line, go to the credit side and record the 85,000 as the grand total on the credit side also. Now next, since I've recorded the greatest total which was there on the debit side, I need not worry about the debit side. Now let's concentrate on the credit side, which has the least total. Therefore, our carry down balance is going to come here. So August, the last date, that is August 31st, we are going to record the balance as by balance carry down. So it is a very simple process. 85,000 minus 3,000 will give you 82,000 as a balance carried down. So now the next step, this balance carried down has to be taken to the next month. So we are in August, we have to take it to the next month, that is September. So it is on the credit side. You have to move this to the debit side of the same cash account under the grand total. So it is going to be September 1st to balance brought down. The same 82,000 is being recorded in the outer column. So with this, the cash account, the ledger account relating to cash is over. So next, as per our journal entry, our second account which we have to open is Dharma's capital account. So here I've written out Dharma's capital account with the debit side and the credit side with all the formats: date, particulars, journal folio, amount and amount, same date, particulars, journal folio, amount and amount on the debit and on the credit side. So next, let's move into our journal entries and find out. In the journal entry, we have only the first account which has Dharma's capital. The other journal entries does not have the term Dharma's capital at all. So concentrate on the first journal entry which has the term Dharma's capital account, which is being credited. Therefore, you must go to the credit side of the Dharma's capital account and write the opposite account's name, that is by cash account. So on the credit side of Dharma's capital account, I have recorded August 1st, 2016 by cash account 70,000. So since this is the only transaction, we have only this recording which has to be done. So therefore, it is very clear that my greatest total is on the credit side, that is 70,000, and my debit side has nothing. Therefore, I can write this 70,000 as my greatest total on both the sides. So on the same line, I can go to the debit side also and I can record the 70,000 as my greatest total because there is nothing on the debit side. That means it is zero. Therefore, my balance is going to come on the debit side, which has to be recorded on the last date of August. That is going to be to balance carried down. The same 70,000, because 70,000 minus 0 is going to be the same 70,000. So now this balance has to be taken to the next month's opening. Therefore, we are going, if it is on the debit, you are going to take it to the credit side of the same Dharma's capital account. So moving to the credit side of Dharma's capital account, under the total, I am going to record this on the first day of the next month, September 1st, by balance brought down. The same 70,000 is being recorded because that is the same value which we recorded for the carry down also. So with this, Dharma's capital account is over. So let's start with Ganeshan's capital account. I've written out the formats. Let's go into the journal entries and find out the posting of Ganeshan's account. So in the journal entry, we have only one transaction which records Ganeshan's account. So that transaction shows that Ganeshan is in the credit. Therefore, go to the credit side of Ganeshan's ledger account and record the opposite account's name, that is cash account. So we are back into Ganeshan's account and we're going to go to the credit side of Ganeshan's account and record cash account. So this is happening on the 6th of August. So first record the date, 2017 August 6th. By cash account. So that was rupees 10,000 which we received from Ganeshan. So other than this, we do not have any other entry. Therefore, my cash which I received on the credit is my great total, which I am writing it as my grand total also. So on the same line, I can go to the debit side and make that as a grand total. So my credit side has nothing, so therefore my balance is going to come on my credit side. So record the balance on the last day of the month, August 31st, to balance carried down. So it's going to be the same amount, that is 10,000 minus nothing is going to be the same 10,000 rupees. So this balance has to be carried forward to the next month. So since it's on the debit side, I move to the credit side of Ganeshan's account and I'm going to record it beneath the grand total. So this is on September 1st by balance brought down. The same 10,000 is to be recorded. So according to our list, our next account is going to be a rent account. For the rent account, all the particulars are ready. Let's move into the journal entries and find out. So according to the journal entry, we have only one transaction with rent. So in that, rent account is being debited. Therefore, go to the debit side of the rent account and write the opposite account's name, that is cash account. So I go to the debit side of my rent account and record the opposite account's name, that is to cash account on the 10th, and the outer column records the amount. So this 3,000 is my only transaction, so I make that as a both sides, that is my debit and my credit. So my credit side, I'm going to make it as a carry down because it doesn't have anything other than that. So on the 31st, by balance carried down is 3,000. Now I'm going to take this 3,000 as the opening balance for the next month. Therefore, since it's on the credit, I move to my debit and record it on September 1st below the total as to balance brought down 3,000. Next, let's start with the commission received account. So I've written down the format. Let's go to the journal entries and find out the posting. So according to the journal entries, there's only one transaction with commission received, that is cash account data to commission received account. The commission received is in the credit. Therefore, go to the credit side of the commission received account and write the opposite account's name, that is cash account. So I've come to the credit side of the commission received account and I'm going to record the cash account. So this is happening on the August 20th by cash account rupees 5,000 in the outer column. So this is my only transaction. My debit side has nothing to be recorded. Therefore, I make this as a grand total because this is the only total which has the highest number. So 5,000. On the same line, I go to my debit side and I record 5,000 as my grand total. After that, the balance carried on is going to be recorded on my debit side since it doesn't have anything and it is the lease side. So 2017 August 31st, the last date, to balance carried down is being recorded the same 5,000 because 5,000 minus nothing is the same. So now I got my carried down on my debit side. So I'm going to take it to the credit side and make it as the opening balance for the next month, that is September. So I move to my credit side. Below the total, I'm going to record it in the same account. So September 1st by balance brought down, that is 5,000. What we record in the carry down, we are bringing it down. So with this, the full answer, that is posting the entries, are over.